Have we live? Have we done it? I think we've done it. Oh, junk. What's up, y'all? What is up, my friends? Welcome to practice. Hope y'all having a great day. What's today? Wednesday? Holy moly. Not muted. Whew. Yeah. Hope y'all are doing well. So let's see. Today is Wednesday. It's gonna be a little bit different from normal Wednesdays because my professor has a job and in the school system. This is their spring break, so we're not gonna have lessons on Fridays, Saturdays like normal because she's gonna be out of town. So lessons are today, which is interesting because we just had a lesson on Saturday, so it's like I don't know. Everything like there's not a whole lot of change and practice time in between now and then. But one thing that I do want to do, I want to do Don Quixote. I haven't gotten feedback on Don Quixote yet. And then I wanted I think a lot of the lesson, my idea is to like talk about like meta stuff, next steps, because like audition requirements that I'm seeing or like applications that I'm seeing are they tell you to put in your resume and like some need a degree in music, which I don't have and don't know that I can get around here for a few reasons. But anyway, so that's gonna be like the lesson, some things I want to talk about. But Don Quixote. Don Quixote is definitely in the lesson. Strauss probably end up playing in the lesson, maybe. We'll see. But for now, just want to get a little bit back to warmed up. Not entirely warm, but sounding good, and things are feeling good. Hope things are feeling good for y'all as well. I was about to say feeling well, like no, that's one instance where good is actually correct. Stupid. Anyways. Little tricky in there. For the first time playing it today, honestly not too bad. And I kind of like jumped around a little bit, I think. Kind of was noodling and then actually started playing as written. But anyways, that's not too bad. I didn't do the last two also, but just because there's some stuff to work out in the meantime. And so I should do this. I should do this with metronome. Duh. You know what I'm talking about? I should metronome. Duh. Not too bad. Definitely still need to, definitely going to do this again. Because like counting in at 58, a rehearsal 58, I don't know exactly where things are supposed to land. So let's focus on that. So one measure before rehearsal 58. 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. Not bad. The one. It's not terrible, you guys. You guys, gals, non-binary pals. Cool. So I think that's pretty good to get some feedback on later. Definitely need to make sure that I keep an eye out for when potential lesson times are going to be. Cool. sloppy. Just a little sloppy. Probably ought to take it. First off, take a quick minute or two break. Hydrate. Shake it out. Make sure taking a good breath. Cool. 2, 3, and 1 and 2, 3, 4. Horrible. I'm like forgetting all the fingerings like midway through. I'm like, oh yeah, sure, muscle memory works here, and it doesn't. Don't know why I'm like refusing to read the page and play the notes that are on the page. Two, 3, and Where specifically am I losing it? I kind of think I'm just like losing focus just like in the middle. Like it's not, I can do all of the sets, every bar independently, but doing them all together, I think I'm losing focus and kind of not thinking, just sort of allowing it to, excuse me, let itself happen. And as such, is not happening. So let's be better than that. Yeah. And there I go. I just lost lost the counting and the rest. What's going on, JL John? How are you? I'm also doing pretty well. Just trying to work through some Don Quixote, trying to keep my freaking focus through one playthrough of Don Quixote. I don't know why. I'm not able to just like keep it together. It's one of those days, my friend. It's like 2 nights ago I slept very poorly. Last night I sort of like started to make up sleep, and now we're just like still a little brain foggy is what it is, I would say. But hope you're doing well as well. And Professor, woot to you, my friend. Good to see ya. How's it going, y'all? Happy hump day! Dog woke me up like 6 times last night, dude. That's tragic. Can I tell you, like, for 11 years, I slept with the dog in the bed with me. But then whenever my girlfriend and I got together, she does not want the dog sleeping in the bed with her. And I have realized since, you know, he's got his own bed now. But, like, I don't fully appreciate, I think, right now, just how many times he would wake me up in the middle of the night. Because, like, he's not a, like, gentle sleeper. He will, like, he likes to sleep in your nook, right? So, like, between your legs, right up between your thighs, right? He just curls up and just plops. Which is fine if he stays there. But he'll get up and he'll spiral himself, you know, 3-4 times, plop down again, and then at 3 in the morning, all of a sudden it's bath time. And this motherfucker does not bathe gently. He will, like... So you wake up at 3 o'clock and there's just some, you know, shadow ghoul under your covers going... And it's like, brother, I'm going to die. And then you're woken up, the adrenaline's going because you think it's a sleep paralysis monster or some shit, and it's like, well, thanks, buddy. Bath time couldn't wait! I don't want a dog my wife and kids do, but that's how it is, right? Which means you do want a dog. It's like the dads with the dog they didn't want, right? Oh, little boy, oh, my smoochie, my precious, my like. You know, you can fight it all you want to, but it's just, it's a irrefutable law of nature, you know? I don't make the rules. Alright. Now we can probably play Don Quixote perfectly, right? Now that we're relaxed and a little bit distracted. 1, 2, 3, and... 1. No, I'm thinking wrong. I'm thinking wrong. I'm blessed, man. God bless you. That's where it's warmest in the legs, referring to where the dog sleeps. Of course. Of course. I didn't think anything else, because that's, like, honestly, though, it's just, like, the most comfortable spot for, I've had, you know, my dog, I've had friends' cats that love to just, like, snuggle up, just plump right in your lap, you know? It is warm, it's cozy, you know, you got thunder thighs, save lives, and all that, but it's annoying whenever you're trying to sleep and he's just like, because also he's not very precise with his bathing. So that was the big like the big wake ups would be in the middle of the night and he's like right, bathing himself, but he never just bathes himself. He also bathes the bed around him, also the thighs of the person who within whom he's sleeping. So it's like you just can't win for losing, man. So he doesn't sleep in the bed with us anymore. Long story short. But it does break my heart a little bit, because like all he's known from birth to like age 11 or 12 was like that he gets to, you know, sleep in the bed and snuggle up with us, and now he's like, oh well, I have to move out now that I'm a teenager. Now that I'm 13 years old, I can no longer sleep with Papa. I don't know. That's not too bad. Yeah, not too bad. And I think that's gonna be good enough to get feedback on. I don't know why, like, all the other excerpts that I've been preparing have been like, yeah, whatever, we'll just send it and, you know, play it off. We'll do it. And it is what it is. But for whatever reason, this this Don Quixote excerpt is one that I am I'm trying to, you know, have worked out, not like completely, but I think part of it is also that I didn't know this one very well. To begin with, whereas all the other ones I had some familiarity with, perhaps. Brahms number 3, huh? Brahms 3? The long call? We doing the horn call the long way. No, I'm not playing the long call. Fuck that. Bruckner? Where's my Tchaikovsky? Found it. Tchaik 4, y'all. And you know what? The more I listen to Tchaikovsky, the more I think Tchaikovsky might be like up there for me. Symphony 4 and 5, M-Door. Surely you know what you know what's up. Oh, my apologies. I didn't see this one. My dog, mom had a dog a few times and he slept with me and it was challenging. I hear you. I hear you. And my dog is only like 15 pounds, so he's like, you know, pretty compact. You know, I have also had a dog who was like 65 pounds, and that son of a gun would also sleep with us in the bed, and that was way more difficult. My girlfriend's old dog, her mom's dog, passed away, unfortunately, 6 months ago-ish. Maybe a year and 6 months ago? I forget. But it's, but she was like 80 pounds, 80, 90 pounds, and that's where my girlfriend got her no dogs in the bed rule because, like, yeah, yeah, I get that. Yeah, I knew you'd know what's up, Mdor. Dude, how good is Tchaikovsky? Why has no one talking about this? Like, holy cow. This click is now wrong for Tchaikovsky. Ooh, buddy. That one felt pretty good. And I'm not even like, not to brag or anything, but I'm not even working this up. I'm just doing this one out of the love of the game. That's a pretty good piece. Rachmaninoff is good for getting to sleep if you have ADHD. Really? I listen, I think, to zero Rachmaninoff. I'm going to have to... Rachmaninoff. Sergei? All right. Mr. Rachmaninoff. Ooh, Rhapsody on a Theme of Paganini. Tchaikovsky's legendary. It's a shame Discord Symphony was never able to finish the Waltz of the Flowers. I hope to conduct at least a few of those Tchaikin Mahler symphonies. Dude, man, Waltz of the Flowers. That's I need to listen to that one. I think all I know right now of Tchaikovsky are 4 and 5, just because of the horn excerpts located therein. But I definitely gotta expand my horizons for it, or with them. And yeah, dude, if Tchaikovsky or Mahler gets posted in Discord Symphony, I think I'm gonna give those pretty high priority for me, like, because it's definitely good repertoire to like work on and work up, you know. All right, let me try Don Quixote real quick without the click, because I'm not gonna have the click in my lesson. Don't need to have a crutch, but I need to have the 8th note counting 1 and 2 and 1 da 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 bum ba da 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 and 2 and 1. Yeah, here we go. Those last two, they're like the easiest. triplets, groupings, arpeggios in this entire excerpt, and I can't play them. That's really frustrating. Holy moly. My mom's dog was a chihuahua, pretty small. He would sleep in my legs, and then I would adjust and turn on my side and get up and walk under the covers up to my chest. And he would bean. He would bean. Oh, I don't know what bean means, but it sounds adorable. My dog is a chihuahua mix as well. Yeah, and also because I sleep on my stomach, so like I'll be on my stomach, legs sort of wrapped around dog under the, and it works fine. It's great, and we're all copacetic and we're chilling. And then I'll because my shifting is like from side to side, just like this, which is good because then my legs can stay relatively in place. I feel like for the last 13 years, I have adapted to not move my legs so that I don't disturb my dog while sleeping. It's fucking weird, dude. Anyways. Close enough. When dogs curl up to where their faces are in their butts and they look like a bean. Oh, so that they're like super curled. Yes, I do. I've never heard it called bean before, but that's really funny because it does. It is sort of like, it's not really like a spiral because there is that is bean shaped, huh? Yo, Tapioca, good morning to you, my friend. What's going on? Happy hump day. Hope you're doing well. How's it going? I think that's about as much Don Quixote as I can stomach for the moment. Let's maybe move from Strauss to other Strauss, actually. Concerto. Where is my concerto? Just in case. Bum wow yeah. Bum bam dum bum 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 bum. Yeah, I don't know what I call it. Like bean. Whenever they curl up, I'm thinking like what I think of it or how I describe it. I don't think I have a term for just like, I think I just call it like curled up, scrunched up, just like balled up. But I like bean. It's a good one. There's a cut in my throat. It's bothering me for 3 days. Dude, that sucks. Commiserations, my friend. Ow. It's so annoying when, like, I have had a canker sore in 2 parts of my lips, like on either side, like down here and down there. I burnt the shit out of my tongue really bad, so that's been in pain for like 3 days. And I get these like back in the back of my like little bubble pop things, like pimples, I guess, but like they pop and they hurt for a few. Like, dude, it's so annoying when your mouth hurts because then you can't just like. I mean, talking sometimes hurts. Like that talking, like that hurts here and here. Talking hurts, eating hurts, drinking water hurts, breathing sometimes hurts. Like mouth and throat pain, man, that might be some of the like most annoying pain. Not like the worst, but like it's the stuff you can't escape. And that sucks. That really sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Bum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum bum bum ba-da-ba-da-bum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum. I don't know what I'm gonna say. Like I was in the process of saying, like, as far as expositions of Strauss One go, that's like probably about as decently as maybe I've played it like all together. That felt pretty good. But also I'm like, do I need to comment on every single time like playthrough and like give feedback on it? I don't know. Like I don't know. We're just working shit out. But like both the B flats hit and were like decently supported, I think. Not optimally supported, but they, sounded and they had decent tone. I think they're still a little flat. I think I can still support them more, push more air through. The opening fanfare I thought was really, really good. And I feel like the dynamic, the hairpins throughout are all like, yeah, no, I think that worked really well. At least as well as like I am capable of playing. Probably. Okay, still no lesson time. Bum 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 bum. man. So it kind of fell apart there at the end a little bit, but like it does feel like it's improving. The scale runs in particular, I didn't really work them, but they worked a little bit better today than otherwise. Dolce I thought was like pretty much there. A couple of finger flubs because I was losing focus, and then the start of the triplet section, shifting in from Dolce into the triplet section was pretty good. The triplet section itself less good, but drink some honey tea or a spoonful of honey. Honey is antiseptic. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I haven't been drinking as much tea lately as I would like. I have some good green tea with lemon. That would go really well with some honey. That's a great idea. That's a wonderful tip. Appreciate that, JL. Okay, so I think the triplet bit is the weakest part of it. I hate to just... This is like the part that I practice over and over and over again, you know? Surely it's as repetitive and redundant for y'all as it is for me at this point. Hopefully. A spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. That's damn true. And a spoonful of honey is the actual medicine. So, like, why do we need a spoonful of sugar if the honey is the medicine? You know? I think Big Sugar is trying to brainwash us with propaganda or something. So good just up until the last like 4 bars. Song from Mary Poppins. Oh, I'm well aware. I'm well aware of the Dick Van Dyke. Oh gosh, it's not Linda Ronstadt. Who plays Mary in the original Disney one? Because Dick Van Dyke and... Am I crazy? But yeah, been wanting to connect that musical for years now. It's just a fun show. I know people who've seen it both in the West End and on Broadway. Yo, dude, that's crazy. The only experience I've had with Broadway actually is kind of awesome. Not to brag, but in high school, I think it was either after my 8th grade or 9th grade year. We went to New York City with my school's drama club, and we got to see Julie Andrews, of course it was. Duh. I picture her in my. That's yeah. Oh, I'm such a poser. But we saw Wicked on Broadway, starring the inimitable Kristen Chenoweth and Idina Menzel. Holy moly, let me tell you. Let me tell you, life-changing experience. Oh, so good. Absolutely phenomenal show. And you know, the movie adaptation is yes, thank you, Mom. We got it. It's Julie Andrews. Thank you. Thank you. You know it's bad when Mom's got to come in. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe this son of mine is. We can't let that stand. And the movie was good too. I saw just the other day. My girlfriend and I watched the second, the For Good Wicked, which, you know, it makes sense. All of the good songs were front loaded in the first one, but it's like the OG Wicked Broadway cast. No, so I don't think it's all of them. I'll have to see. I think I might still have the playbill, but I think it's Kristen Chenoweth and Idina Menzel are the ones that I remember, and then the rest of like the OG cast, I'm not sure like who else was or was not part of it, but it was around like it was 2005, 2006, on Broadway, and oh my God, it was incredible, especially like at the end of the first act when Elphaba is like, you know, she does it's oh my God, because they elevated her in the middle of the stage, and like her robe, I don't know how they did it, but it seemed to like grow out from under her, and it sort of enveloped the entire set around her, and it was just it was incredible. I was like 14 or something. I was like, this is incredible. Granted, 34 years old, I would still think that's freaking incredible. So great. The other show that we saw, actually, it was Beauty and the Beast, and it was going to be good. It would have been good, but oh, sorry. Show this. That was the VHS my dad gave my mom for Christmas before we got married. No, I didn't know that. Aw, that's so sweet, Mom. Thank you for sharing that. But Beauty and the Beast, right, off Broadway, and it should have been good. It would have been good, but for the fact that their Gaston was like the third or fourth understudy. I don't know what bus or plane or horse-drawn carriage crashed in the middle of something, and you know their top 3 or 4 choices were not able to do it. And you wouldn't think that one person out of the entire ensemble, like cast, being that bad would drag the show down in such a way, but like, oh, he just had no charisma. He couldn't really sing or dance. Like, he had no stage presence. The fucking what is it? Not Lepew. Lafitte, the sidekick dude, was like outshone the Gaston. It was insane. Like, just absolutely miserable to watch. Like, secondhand cringe made me want to die. But we did like a stage combat workshop. Was pretty freaking cool. LeFou, thank you. Yes, sorry, not Lafitte. We did a stage combat, which was really cool. We had a workshop for like choreography by some of the dancers for Lion King. They came and did a demonstration of all the like, you know, animalistic, like, you know, African tribal dances that they were doing. It was like, what? That's crazy. It was a really freaking cool trip. And now 20 years later, still sharing the story. Like, probably till the day I die. Sorry, I missed a 15 streak. Holy cow, Imdor. You crazy. You're a legend. Yeah, dude. Defying Gravity. Like, for me, Defying Gravity is up there. Dancing Through Life, obviously, because I can actually sing that one. You know, the male songs are really like, whew. Especially for Fierro. I love Fierro's songs, dude. those are the ones that I did in high school when we had drama club, like post show parties, and they had a karaoke machine. We all do show tunes. All the girls would be doing the High School Musical. Come on, get your head in the game, and like let's do like Miz, and let's do like Mamma Mia, and all these. And it's like I just want to dance through life, just like dance. Anyways. Still a bit messy in the transition. But the Dolce sounded pretty good. In the first scale run from the Energico. I need to take a much bigger breath if I'm going to do that in one breath. Which I probably can do. Maybe it's time to do other than Strauss. It's fine. Still don't know what my lesson is, so I don't know if I need to be like saving chops at this point. But I think let's do. Oh, we haven't done in a minute. Shostakovich. Shostak. And this should be at like what, 92? Let's get rid of subdivision. Okay. it's supposed to, you know, speed up, obviously, but like for not having practiced Shostakovich in a minute, it's so fun to see the difference. Like that, I used to struggle with the B flat, and it wasn't great, but like the around the B flat, C, D flat, all of those used to just like they wouldn't sound, and I would have to like start over. But like those feel good. And those are nasty notes on the horn. Like, if you ask any horn player what are the worst notes on horn, you might get a couple outliers here or there, but I guarantee you like 96% of horn players surveyed would say D flat above pedal C is like the worst note that exists on the horn. F sharp, pedal F sharp is probably really bad. Maybe the F sharp octave above that too. And other various notes depending on the player, the horn, the, you know, proclivities, what have you. But like D flat is universal. Is a universally bad note. No. Don't do that note. But it sounds good, actually. Honestly, I'm kind of happy with that. Like, the low part is the hard part of this particular excerpt. Having it supported a forte, a good block of sound, no, you know, wavering or variations in tone or pitch or quality or anything like that. You know, firm articulations but not accents, you know, just block. Bomb, 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 bomb. And playing it in such a style, in that register with such a dynamic, whew, that's the difficult part of this excerpt. And honestly, we kind of fucking nailed it. So cool. I think let's, you know, because I think this might be close to the end-ish of this practice. Just because I don't know when my lesson's going to be. It could be in a half an hour, and I want to have some chops. It could be in an hour, and I want to, you know, it could be in 2 hours. It could be at 4 o'clock. I kind of just have no idea. So I don't want to blow my face out beforehand. But let's run through Don Quixote. And I don't want measure. Okay. 1, 2, 3. what's up, Manpan Loat? I apologize for my pronunciation, but hello to you as well. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. What's going on? Welcome, welcome. We're just wrapping up, working on some Don Quixote, Variation 7. This one here for low horn, second horn excerpt. Trying to get it in good spot for a lesson later today. So enjoy. Also need to practice the it is so funny, this particular excerpt, it tickles me to no end that there's one note, at least one note. There's one apparently notable note for which there is no accepted consensus for what that note should be. And it's this one right here. You can see it says sometimes B natural. It's written B flat, and I think most people think it's a B flat, but some conductors apparently think it's a B natural. I don't know if the manuscript, the original, scribbling, the notes or whatever, is illegible or like why that would be, but it does sound like it works with either. So as written, the B flat. B natural. Like it kind of works. A little bit. If you think about, I guess, the chord structure and the progression, you know, it's B flat better. Excuse me, that was disgusting. My apologies. I like the B natural better, for sure. No, excuse me, the B flat. It sounds better. I think because there is a B flat in the previous, so it's not the immediately preceding grouping, but the one before. It's A, B flat, F, D, F. Like it stays within the key of F for those, it looks like. And I think having a B natural in there just kind of takes it out. Yeah, no, I don't like the B natural. In context with those three, I think it has to be a B flat. For me, if I was conducting it, but I'm not, so, you know. Anyways, so that's variation 7. It's a good one. It's apparently it is our heroes. What is it? They're riding on a blindfolded on a magic steed is what's happening. Villagers fan them with enormous bellows to persuade them that they are flying through the air. Yeah, and so that's why that's the fanfare. It's like they're flying around and they think that it's all a fiction. It's all an illusion. Such an interesting tone poem. I really ought to give it another try. Anyways. All right. Let's see. Maybe these you know what? Let's just run it. Let's just run it one more time. Like why what hurts from playing it one more time? I think nothing. Yep. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. That as a performance for my lesson, I would be happy with. I would be happy with that as a performance for my lesson. So I think that's that for Don Quixote. I say that's good. I say that's good for now. Let's run through quickly some of the others. Some of the other excerpts that maybe are not as that we've worked up a little bit more familiar with, and just need to like run through, because we're running through the jungle, Yo, Puffles, what's up, my friend? Good to see you. It's been a minute. How are you? You're making a training regime. What are you training for? Or what is the regimen for training for? Is this a musical thing? Is this a pumping iron? Is it a what are you training for? The Boston Marathon? That'd be fun. I don't think that would be fun. Running sucks, but Are you talking to Musume? Okay, so here's the thing. So I have the app. No, I don't anymore. I was when my brother lived with me last year, we both got into it for a minute. And I got out of it for like, I don't know, many months. I tried to open it back up, and they wanted me to download like, I don't know, 6 to 8 gigs of additional content. It looped through the intro animation, which for the record, I had never seen in its entirety before. It looped through it twice, and it was on 1% downloaded. I was like, you know what? I had fun, but there is no way in hell I'm getting back into this game at this point. It did me a favor. It released me from my potential addiction. So I am not currently into Uma Musume, but I know generally sort of what goes on. I have familiarity. What's up, Axer Man? What's up, dude? Oh my goodness, he's so stretchy. You're such a stretchy boy. You heard us talking about you, Mr. Sleepy Man. Mr. Sleepy Snooter Man. You know what? I dare say we can take a quick little puppy break. Oh, he's stretching again. I love it when an app helps you leave it behind you. Dude, ain't that the truth? Because otherwise I'd still be pulling banners trying to get that, Rainbow Kitasan Black, which I just cannot. Or Super Creek, or any of the, good ones. Sorry, buddy, I didn't mean to bump you up. Mwah. Hi guys. We're making good music. I'm a sweetie. I'm a gamify running, so I have a race schedule where I use percentages of my PBs to see if I win races. Really? Yo, that's pretty cool. So now you're like your IRL racing or running stats get translated into a gamified. Dude, that's great. That's excellent. If that helps you. I personally I hate running so much. Like that would not help me get to run, but that's a great idea. That is a really great idea. Mwah. Almost like this man's a great idea. Oh, isn't that right, my little baby? My little bitty baby man. Y'all see this man? Y'all see this man? How precious. How sweet. Don't lick me. Why does he lick me? Okay, buddy. Yeah, that was nasty. And just as soon as he arrived, he is gone. Bye, buddy. I'll be out there with you in a little bit. And we'll go play. We'll go play outside, maybe with the chickens. Hell yeah. Okay. So where were we? Mahler, yeah. Let's see. Nope. Dang. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not, maybe not. There it is. There it is. My corners are not engaged. There we go. There we go. That's better. It's gotta have those corners firm and set and like, yeah. I got a 12-week schedule. 12 weeks includes both training and races. Dude, that's huge. You're booked up for the near future. And you know what? You're going to be able to make a lot of progress in those 12 weeks too. Like it I don't know whether it seems like it's, forever amount of time or like a very very short amount of time, but you might be surprised with how much progress you can make in 12 weeks when you're dedicated and consistent. Because like for me, there's only like 6 weeks left in the term. About 2 months or so until no, that's not even right. There's probably like 4 weeks in the term and like 6 weeks until auditions. And I'm freaking out because that seems like no time at all. But I was talked off the ledge by my professor. Apparently, there's a lot of progress to be made in 6 weeks or so, and I shouldn't freak out about an audition coming up. And it's that whole chestnut. So, you know, as long as you're consistent with it, and you're not, hopeful, I assume you're not running for an audition. So, um, you're gonna do great. You're running for 800 meters. Okay, 800 meters. I gotta think. Uh, Kilometers like a little more than half a mile, like 0.6 miles, so a little less than a kilometer. Okay. Okay, so are you doing like, is this like a sprint thing? You're doing like trying to work your speed over your endurance, right? Like your sprint speed? 800 meters that's a sprint, right? Something like that. Right, yeah, so just under a kilometer. I know some imperial. I am an American, but I do know the metric system. It's all tens. It's easy. So that definitely needs some more ironing for sure. I don't know the best strategies. Probably final spurt, and go into what I need to do to win races. So yeah, what's like what your it's the you're saying like the last get over the finish line. It's the finish line is in sight, and you gotta just like power through to the end. But that means you got to stay within striking distance as well. The lower the race, the fewer points, the less fast I need to be to win. I do a percentage of my PB based on the race. Interesting. Interesting. I'm not sure if I can exactly picture exactly what you mean, but I think I have an idea. That sounds really cool. And look, like I say, if it helps you to stick with it and have fun with running and getting your exercise, that's freaking incredible. That's awesome. First two G1 races is season's PB, but last G1 race is the best PB of all time. So so you're doing this like as a parallel to UMA, where like you've got you're gonna run in the Tennos and the spring and autumn Tennos, and then you're gonna have the Satsuki show, and then you're gonna the Uriah McKinnon at the end of year one, right? Because you have to get the fans. But then you can kind of shake it up and do races optionally based on what you actually need, right? G2 and 3 have weather modifiers for rain. Yo, that's really fun. That's really cool. That's a great idea. Huh. That is a really interesting idea. All right. I think let's look at Mahler 3 for a minute. Just a second. These last little super low slurs. Making my own schedule based on my own PB, so I need to run good to win, but it's harder to limits for what I need to win. That's so you're like, so how long does a season last? Is that going to be like the 12-week schedule you're saying? Is that's going to be the length of it? It's not like a that's really cool. Send the spreadsheet once I'm done. Write down the rules. Yeah, please do. Please do. Shoot, I might, because I've been looking for a way to do the 12 weeks. Gotcha. Yeah, just making sure. I've been looking for a way to sort of gamify. I have a rowing machine, and I like to row. With the whole thing, but it's like I'll do it for a little bit and I'll stop forever, and I don't think I've touched it in 4 years or so. But I might see something like adapt some of that to that, because that is a really good gamify system. I like that. Yo, Felicia, what's up? Hi, Felicia. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Fire drill? Holy cow, there's never a dull moment in that school, is there? Goodness. If it's not teachers yelling at you, it's fire drills, it's tornado drills, it's who knows what kind of drills y'all are doing in school nowadays. Anything but times tables drills, you know what I mean? I remember 4th grade. I was pretty good at my times tables too. pipe burst at my kid's school yesterday, so they got out early. Holy cow! I mean, W for burst pipe, but that sucks for the school. It does suck for the school, but like, if I was one of your kids, I would be fucking so stoked. That would be so exciting. I love when like unplanned school outages happen. And you don't get like snow days or anything in Florida. Usually what we get are hurricane days, you know? So it's like, even when school is out, it's like, okay, well, we're hunkered down at home, you know, with a storm raging outside, and probably we don't have power for a day or two. So like, it's not even a fun school cancellation, you know what I mean? But y'all have had that pipes burst? Really? I don't think I remember any pipes or any like infrastructure power out or anything like that that would have caused school to shut down, other than, you know, the aforementioned hurricanes causing, you know, whatever damage they do. Montana doesn't get snow days? Really? Is that just because the snow is expected and you're like, you just suck it up and just go? You don't is it like I assume Minnesota, you know, doesn't get snow days unless it's like minus 35 degrees out, you know, because they're just like, you know, built for it. Your school's 100 years old. Well, that sure sounds like it would do it. Yeah, I don't think mine was the school I went to. It was kind of weird because we had like, there was an old like auditorium and gym and classrooms and buildings and stuff that were abandoned, like not used at all. I don't know if they're still there actually, but like they were just like administration buildings and classrooms and stuff that were just not used. And we had other buildings and stuff that we used, but like those ones were not, they weren't new, but they weren't super old. But I guess new enough to not have their pipes bursting all the time. Y'all had 10 snow days in this semester? What? They still have outside recess if it's below freezing, inside if it's at 0 and lower. What? Dude, I remember like, because we had like an outside plaza where we'd wait before classes or between classes, right? And I remember it would get cold. They would tell you to go inside if it was like 45 degrees, 50 degrees, because they're like, nope, y'all can't. But also because it was, you know, a very rural school, and, you know, we're Florida kids, so we might not have, you know, jackets and coats and super warm weather, cold weather clothes. School's only canceled for about if the plows are unable for snow if the plows are unable to get out. Dang. And that's got to be like cataclysmic sort of level, apocalyptic levels of snow, I would imagine, because y'all are, you know, like I say, in Montana, y'all are pretty used to it by now, right? At this point, that's crazy. That's crazy. I once had work canceled in Missouri when I lived there, or not canceled, but, you know, we worked from home because the roads were snowed in and actually like iced, like black ice on the freeways, and it was pretty bad. So I didn't get the memo until after I had come into the office. No one else is there, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're not doing the office today. You can just work from home." As my ass is in the office, like, okay, I'm just gonna go home and work instead. It was one of those like stupid situations, but Thanksgiving 2019, it had a blizzard that bad you walked to work that day? Holy cow, dude. Yee. I mean, shoot, Thanksgiving, I'd have just been like, the plows can't get out. You know, what do you no transportation. It's life-threatening weather. I think you could have taken a day. You know? Was there no option to like hunker down? Like sometimes there's not, and I get that, but like, dang, I would have hunkered down. I would not have walked in a blizzard to work. No. But maybe that's just me. I worked at a group home, and I was the only person authorized to administer medicine that was even remotely able to get there. I gotcha. So this is like a legit matter of life and death. Disregard, all bets are off. In my mind, I'm thinking like for my job when I was in a blizzard, I was doing taxes. No shot there's a tax emergency that is dire enough for me to like risk my life going out in a blizzard, but like that, I totally get that. That makes a lot of sense, and good on you for, that's a big sacrifice. You know, night shift person couldn't get home, so she slept on the couch for a while. Drifts were like stomach height, but the middle of the roads were 8 inches of snow. Jeez, dude, nuh-uh. Yo, Felicia, you're back with your friend. I love that. I love that for you guys. Hopefully, no one's yelling at y'all out on the track. Dude, because the only time I got stuck in the snow once, because my apartment at the time had a parking lot that was like dipped, and then there was parking, and then you had to get out up like hills, either way. And I didn't have snow tires, I didn't have chains, I didn't have cat litter, I didn't have anything to mitigate the snow, and it had not been plowed or salted or anything like that. But like, so I tried to go and get up out of the thing and got stuck and was like, shh. Thankfully, there were some neighbors around to like push me back to my parking spot, and that's when I worked from home that day. But like, whew, no. If there's snow on the road, if there's snow on the ground or anything like that, like, my ass is not getting out of the house in a vehicle. I will walk around because it is gorgeous and it's so like calm and serene. I love being in the snow without having to go places in the snow, without having to drive in the snow. Like, no shot. I will go through tornadoes, thunderstorms, hurricanes, floods to a lesser extent. Probably not actual flooding, but like snow and ice. No shot. No shot. I am way too Florida for that shit. Perfect walking weather for me. You sound like a Montana man, I tell you. It was only about a half a mile from me, so that's not a bad walk. That's not a bad walk. If it's like, if you're able to bundle up, get in, get out pretty quick, I can see it. I can see it. Still built different. I don't know if I would have been able to brave it though, if I'm being totally honest. The cold does something to me, man. I'm too Florida for that shit. Oh my goodness. Anyways, I think not Shazam. Give me lessons online. Well, still don't know when my lesson's gonna be, but I'm really hungry and I need to get lunch. So I think I'm gonna call it for practice just now today. Whew. Goodness, it's been a good day. I was planning on only going for an hour, so we even did a little bit extra, more than I was thinking. But tomorrow, Thursday, yeah, should just be normal practice day. So hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your hump days. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, everyone.